Your physique will speak 1,000 words before you even open your mouth, right? Your physique is basically like your resume. It's literally your body is a walking resume. It's your first impression. When people see you walk into that room, when women see you walk into a room, they know what you're about already. They see a disciplined guy who holds himself to a higher standard, who's consistent. It says so many things about you without you even having to open your mouth. It commands attention. It creates this aura around you, right? Like when you walk into a room and you're jacked, like people are going to turn their heads. They're going to turn their heads. They always do. It's like, because it's something that you can't deny. It's like this invisible, like not invisible, but like almost invisible, like glow to yourself when you're jacked. You just shine different. You just glow different. I can't explain it, but it's like when you see a jacked guy enter the room, like you can't help but look, because it's like, damn, right? It's like, it's literally like, damn, like this guy put in that work, right? And the reason why it screams 1,000 words is because not many guys are actually doing this. And it's crazy because a lot of people are going to tell you that there's a physique inflation, but I think it's complete bullshit. I think it's cap, right? Because if you look around you in your everyday life, I'm not talking about the gym, I'm not talking about social media, but if you look in your everyday life, you go to the mall, you go to the stores, you go to Walmart, wherever have you, not many people are actually jacked. I bet you anything. Right now, go anywhere and you're like, next time you go outside in your everyday life, pay attention to what you see around. People are not actually jacked like that. Unless you go to the gym, because that's where like the 1% people actually hang out, right? But like if you go out in your everyday life, you're not going to see many jacked people. Why? Because it requires discipline. It requires a strategy. It requires an amount of work that the average man is not willing to do, right? And what this physique inflation, this recession that you hear of, it exists only on social media, because you got to understand these are people who are on steroids. They're people who are playing around with lighting and things of that nature, and that's pushed up to the algorithm to make it look like it's a majority, but it's a small, loud, very loud minority, and that's something you have to understand, right? So when we're talking about what your physique signals to women, it signals a lot of things. But before I go into what exactly it signals, I just want to say, make sure you book that one-on-one coaching call if you're looking to build the physique that commands attention and actually gets choosing signals, right? I'm the guy for that. We'll see if it makes sense to work together. Hit the link in the description. Let's tap in. Let's get to work. Summer is here. It's time to get jacked. Hit that link in the description, right? Make sure you like this video while you're at it, and subscribe if you haven't already. If you haven't subscribed and you've been watching these videos, come on, bro. Hit that subscribe. But like I was saying, though, what your physique signals to women is that, when they see you walk into a room, they can either see that you're someone who takes themselves seriously or doesn't take themselves seriously, right? If you're out of shape, they're not going to take you seriously, right? They might be nice or whatever. They're not going to outright say this to your face, right? But subconsciously, what they see, they're going to think, oh shit, like, they're going to make these assumptions about you, right? You got to understand that human beings, we're very judgmental creatures. We're very cutthroat, right? We're very harsh. We don't say these things out loud. It always comes out in like indirect kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Very intrusive thoughts, right? They're going to think these things about you, right? But when you're jacked, you're in shape, they're going to think, wow, this guy's probably disciplined. This guy's very attractive. He's got a V-taper. You know what I mean? I wonder what his workout routine is. You know what I mean? She's going to think all these different things about you, right? It speaks 1,000 words without you having to say anything, right? She's going to respect you more. She's going to think you're disciplined. She's going to see you as someone who's consistent. She's going to see you as someone who respects himself, who takes himself seriously, right? She's not going to see you like the way she sees all these other guys who are average. She's going to see you as like a top 10% guy. It's going to spark curiosity, because it's like, okay, if he's like disciplined like this in this area of life, like what does he do for work? What does he do for fun? Like, it's gonna spark all these different curiosities, right, about you, right? Bodygame literally creates this aura around you that makes people very curious about you, because it speaks 1,000 words without you having to say anything. And the other thing that it signals is that it actually signals trustworthiness, because the reason why it signals trustworthiness to women is because when you're jacked, you're in shape, you're on your fitness journey and whatnot, it shows that you were committed to something, for one. It shows that you were disciplined to do something, and it shows that you were able to show up to a place for more than 2 to 3 times a week, weekly, daily, yearly, right? And it shows that, the result shows, it's undeniable proof that you are who you say you are. It's undeniable proof that you're a man of your word, because if you say you're going to work out on this day, you are going to do it, because it shows, right? It shows. The proof is there. Your body is the receipt, right? So she's going to trust you, right? It's going to show that, okay, this guy's actually, this is like subconscious. She's going to think, okay, this guy's like a trustworthy guy because he's able to show up, especially when he doesn't feel like it. He's able to show up consistently. He's able to be disciplined. He's able to put his emotions aside, being able to put his intrusive thoughts aside to will himself to go to the gym, right? And it signals a trustworthiness, because you can transfer that to other areas of life, right? You can be like, okay, this guy is someone who's trustworthy, so if he says he's going to be here at this time, he's going to be there at that time, right? If he says he's going to do something, he's probably going to do it, right? Because your body is evidence of that. Because if you can do that with with your fitness journey, you can do that with anything, right? How you do one thing is almost how you do everything, right? There's a little glimmer of truth to that, right? It shows that you have that skill set that can be transferred to other areas of life, right? But like, one of the main things, to end it off, one of the main things about Bodygame is that it speaks a million words without you having to say anything. It, like, getting in shape, it speaks a language that's like a non-verbal language. Like, it shows people like you're that guy. It shows that you're him, right? It shows people that you hold yourself to a higher standard. It shows that you're a prize, man. Like, you actually become a prize when you get jacked. Like, you know, it might sound kind of egotistical and vain, but it's kind of true. This world is kind of, people will judge you based on your appearance, you know? And that's the cold-hearted truth. People will judge you based off appearance. And when they see you and you're out of shape, you're invisible, right? But when you're jacked, they will remember you, right? And that's just the harsh reality. So in this game of life, you got to play the game to win. You can't just play the game to be invisible, you know? So what's it going to be? Are you going to play the game to be invisible, to be unnoticed, to be not taken seriously? Or are you going to play the game to win, right? I think I said win. But yeah, you want to play the game to win. You're going to play the game to be undeniable. Play the game to be unrecognizable. Make that transformation. Turn heads. Create a physique that commands attention. Recreate yourself into a man that never bores the audience, right? Recreate yourself into the man that you want to be. But that's all I really had to say for today's video. Make sure you book that one-on-one coaching call if you want to recreate yourself into a man that you want to be. If you need help with Bodygame and staying consistent in the gym with your mindset, workouts, things of that nature, hit the link in the description. I got you. It's summer. We're trying to get jacked out here. You already know what it is. If you're serious, hit that link in the description. We'll see if it makes sense to work together. Make sure you like this video. Make sure you subscribe. Send it to someone who needs to hear it. Let me know your thoughts down below. And remember, there's nothing enlightening about playing small. Catch you guys next video. See ya.